Hi, everybody. If you were one of the handful of people that saw me do this exact thing last night, you know this is my second attempt to start playing Alan Wake Remastered here on YouTube. The quality of the video last time was bad. It was very bad. I made some adjustments to my video quality, and so hopefully this will be better this time. So let's start a new game. Got to play on normal because Nightmare's not available. And I will overwrite because
Stephen King
that one
once
was
wrote that
wasted.
nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and is what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer.
I will do my best to not talk over the narrative stuff in the game because there's a lot of narrative in the game.
I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there. I'd seen the hitchhiker too late. He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again. Suddenly, his body was gone. I was in shock from the crash. I could hardly stay on my feet.
So I played this game when it first came out in 2010, and I remember really liking it, partially because all his books. Partially because it reminded me of Silent Hill 2 in some ways. This part in particular has a real Silent Hill 2-iness about it. And also,
I had to go to the lighthouse. I knew there was something important waiting for me there.
don't tell me what to do, game. I'm going to go over here to this abandoned bridge that's out.
The bridge had collapsed.
Oh.
I'd have to find another way to the lighthouse.
I already got the collectible thermos that was here the first time through. So I guess some of the thermoses I'm not going to actually be able to get on this playthrough because I already got them when I failed to play through my first time. Maybe I should have deleted my save file.
Sentence in your books if it wasn't for your editor. You'll never publish another one of your shitty stories. Cause I'm gonna kill you.
It's not like your stories are any good. Not like they have any artistic merit. You're a lousy writer. Cheap thrills and pretentious shit. That's all you're good for. Just look at me. Look at your work.
very accurate depiction of the mind of a writer. But another reason I was drawn to this game and liked it is, around this time, 2010, I really wanted to be a published author.
You missed your deadline.
Now that I am, it's, less cool. Less of an achievement.
You can't stop me.
There is some truth to Alan as a character.
I realized that the hitchhiker was a character from the story I'd been working on.
Kind of way too invested in his own work, and a huge jerk.
To die by the hands of your own creation. This way! Hurry! Oh no!
Oh no.
Stop! No! Damn it, die! No! No! No!
I feel like voice acting has come a long way in games in 12 years, because when this game came out, I thought it had some of the best voice acting of any game.
There was no way out.
Now it seems a little dated. Everybody talks really quickly.
Cabin was a death trap. I had to get out.
Follow the light. You are hurt. You should go into the light. You are only safe there. Well done. I have something important to tell you. It goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
No.
Follow my light.
He's a prose author. Poetry is not his deal.
To teach you, the darkness is dangerous. It's sleeping now. When it feels you coming, it will wake up. There's no time. I can only show you the most important thing.
I had forgotten that the light's voice
This way.
was
There's no time.
the Max Payne voice actor.
By the dark presence, you can't hurt him now. The darkness protects him from all harm. Only light can drive the darkness away and make him vulnerable again. Here, take the light. Turn your flashlight toward him and burn the darkness away. did it. Now the darkness no longer protects him, but it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat. He is still your enemy. Here, take the gun.
Now you'll die.
Good. You've done well. Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will give you back your dream now.
Remedy.
A terrible darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
Remedy, the maker of this game, and Max Payne, and Control, most recently, really loves reusing the same voice actors. The Light is the same voice actor as Max Payne. Alan Wake's voice actor definitely came back. Ugh. I got there last game too. I think I keep forgetting that there are dudes there. I'll get him this time. Also, I'll re-up on ammo. But Alan Wake's voice actor comes back in Control as two characters, one of whom is Alan Wake himself. Spoiler for some DLC of Control. Control is very similar to Alan Wake in many ways. Really liked that game. And partially I liked it because of its connection to and callbacks to Alan Wake. There we go. Love those flare guns. Bye, bud.
I can keep this up forever.
I don't remember if I actually went back here last time, but I think I should probably just run. Like most authors, Alan gets tired really easily. These cutscenes definitely look better in the remaster than I remember them looking. pretty cool lighting effects.
Shh, baby. Just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
Could really go for some fresh seafood right now. When I played the game in 2010, I had not seen all of Twin Peaks, or obviously Twin Peaks The Return. So I was not nearly as aware now, or then, as I am now, of the many direct references to Twin Peaks that are in this
Let's
game.
act like we're on vacation. Go stand next to that old gentleman there. I want a shot of you with the town in the background.
That old gentleman.
I'll even give you a title for the shot. A city boy, moments before he got eaten by a bear.
So the first playthrough, I kept thinking that this was the car I was supposed to get into in a minute, because it looks like the car he was driving in the
Shot.
prologue. All right, I'll go stand next to the old man.
Hi.
Hello there. You picked a good time to visit our town. Deerfest is just 2 weeks away.
Deerfest, huh? Did you hear that, honey?
You have a lovely
Love
place.
Alan condescending to the townsfolk.
I'm Pat Maine, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Alan Wake.
I won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wake. A pleasure. I'm an avid reader myself. I hope this isn't too presumptuous of me, but I'm the night host of the local radio station. Any chance I could get an interview?
Look, Mr. Maine, I'm on vacation. In fact, I'd appreciate it if we could keep my being here just between the two of us. I'm sure you understand.
Fair enough. You can trust me to be discreet. Not a hard man to track down if you change your mind, though. I hope you two have a lovely holiday.
Very nice. I got a couple of really good ones. And I see you made a friend. That's cute.
Right. Yeah?
Hey, bestseller. How's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah. We just got it.
Are the locals giving you trouble? Just say the word, and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone out.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Great, great. Just want to make sure you can relax and recharge. So, how is the place? Has it gotten your creative juices flowing?
Barry, we're just settling in.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if there's a problem, okay? Okay. Just looking out for you, buddy. Talk to you later.
I love you too, Barry.
Trying to get a good look at the phone.
No, he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
Barry is Barry. I can always turn off the phone.
What did I tell you?
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
I don't remember if that's what the
Alan,
phone looked
we're here.
like
Come on, let's get back to the car.
originally in the game or not. He could have had a smartphone in 2010.
We need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord. A Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us.
That feels like
I'll go fill her up while you get the key. I'll pick you up here in, say, 15 minutes.
Sure.
a dubbed-in line added later,
Alan,
just to make the story clearer.
I love you too. Go on. I'll promise to behave.
A Mr. Carl Stuckey.
I'd forgotten there were still places like this. Towns where everybody knew everybody.
welcome
The
to
exact diner from
I was
Twin
hoping you
Peaks.
could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake, Alan Wake. Oh, God, I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Oh, of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment. I can't believe it. I've got all of your books. I got the cutout from the bookstore when they took it out of the window.
And you keep it here. Well, okay. Good for you. Right. So much for a quiet vacation.
Try the coffee. Just don't blame me when you fall in love, because it'll break your heart when you have to leave.
Rusty here is no longer human. Nothing but black coffee under a thin layer of skin.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
Cops who love coffee. Wow.
Do me a favor, Sonny. I could really use a tune right now. Coconut, number 6 in the jukebox. I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone to sleep. Bad circulation. Yeah.
Are you serious? Coconut again? You disgust me. Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable. Ha!
If you came here for a 100% guide, there was a thermos, a collectible thermos, right here. But I got it before when I was playing.
Murder you in your sleep.
Yes, that's my favorite tune. Coconut.
Shut your mouth, you demented has-been. If I had my hammer, I'd
Now
shut
that's
it
what
for
I'm
you.
talking about. Yes.
This is it. I've died and gone to hell.
Okay. Hope that copyrighted music won't get me demonetized.
Don't go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
I didn't want to wait. I wanted to find Stucky, to get the key and get out as soon as possible. The wait. Hello? Mr. Stucky?
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you
Seems
would
very
stay.
trustworthy.
I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet your wife. I insist.
Thanks.
Seems very normal and super not suspicious and
Alton
perfectly
Lake is a special place.
regular.
Very inspiring.
Can't go out the emergency exit.
You got lucky this time, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark. This really ought.
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you alright?
Splendid, splendid. Damn hernia. It swells up like a balloon if I lift anything heavier than a spoon. Yeah. Splendid, splendid. It's been a long time, Tom. Good to see you.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to have a bottle on you, would you, Tom?
I wish.
The Andersons, they're, local musicians. We're waiting for Dr. Hartman to come pick them up. They wandered off from his clinic at the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Bye, Mr. Wake.
Mission accomplished. The key and the directions.
My hero. I got some flashlights, just in case.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
Then whose keys? I did that last time
It was a
too.
real nut house.
That diner was a real exact diner from Twin Peaks.
This would make a wonderful setting for a book.
We're supposed to be on vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home. Okay?
Okay. We can talk about this later.
Batman here on KBFF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time, I was a successful writer, but that was a long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years, not since my last book.
Must be nice.
The weather. It's gonna be a clear night, so you folks in the big city might want to look up every once in a while, see those stars winking down at you. It gets pretty dark out here, but they'll light your way.
Oh no, copyrighted music. I gotta talk over it. Talk over the copyrighted music. Don't demonetize me. That's a funny joke because I've never been monetized in any way.
Wow. It's gorgeous, Alan.
It's something, all right. Don't worry, honey. I'll get you inside safe and sound before it gets dark. And I've got the flashlight.
I know. I'm okay.
Alice had a phobia. The fear of darkness. I wanted to make sure we were inside with the lights on before sunset.
All right, part of the Thermos 100% full walkthrough guide that I'm doing here is to let you know that if you run up here to where the car is, there's a thermos up here too, but I got it before when I played on that scrapped play session, so there's not going to be a thermos there because I didn't know that they were going to go away when I restarted the game.
The cabin obviously got its name from the shape of the island. It looked like a giant bird leg. Alice had mentioned that the lake was a caldera. There was a dormant volcano under it.
But there's a thermos up here. He was right here. So if you're trying to 100% the game and watching my how-to guide, which is not a how-to guide at all, that's where it would be. I'm probably definitely not going to find all those thermoses or all the collectibles that are in the game. The manuscript pages, the thermoses. But I'll do my best. The thing that I do all the time is go off the beaten path and look for stuff because my brain needs dopamine. It's just something it needs. And that's how I get it, through satiating my completionist OCD tendencies.
Here we go. Let's take a look inside. Come on.
It's dark in there. We need lights. Can you figure out how to get the power on, honey?
Hello? Anyone here?
There's a generator over here to get the power on.
The generator had been connected to the power cable.
This is a good little tutorial bit to show you how to activate a generator, which there will be many of throughout the game.
The lights are on. Good work, honey. I'll freshen up a bit and start settling in.
Okay. I'll look around a bit.
Sure thing. Have fun.
The island had once been the site for...
I'll never know what the island was the site of.
I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work. I thought we could be happy here. Maybe it would be that again.
Oh, I did find out. Good. All right.
Alice had told me about Cauldron Lake Lodge. The old building used to be a hotel, but these days it was no longer open to the public.
Went from daytime to dusk real fast. It's almost as if this place is spooky. But I wouldn't know because I've never been scared.
Alice? Honey? The old door had played a trick on me. Alice wouldn't have come out in the dark.
Your best guests have already started to arrive. Just ran into one on the ferry. Famous artist, no less. We'll see if we can rope him into an interview later on. Now let's Let's go to the phones. Caller, you're on KBF-FM.
Hi, Pat. It's Rose.
Why, hello, Rose. What's on your mind?
I know
KBFM, that would be smoother.
It was Alan Wake, wasn't it? He's my favorite writer.
Well, Rose,
I just saw him at the diner. Oh, I am so excited he's here.
I'm sure he's glad to be here, too. Well, folks, I guess the secret's out. This is Pat Maine on KBF-FM. And now, some music.
Great. So much for keeping a low profile.
There's nothing down there on that pier. Part of my 100% full walkthrough guide.
Alan, I'm upstairs. I have a surprise for you.
Oh boy, a surprise.
Well, hello there.
I'm not the surprise. It's in the study. Go take a look.
Okay.
So, the surprise is not sex, and it's July 1970. I guess that's just meant to be like nobody's lived in this cabin for a long time. Because I believe this is supposed to be set in the modern day, roughly 2010.
Surprise!
Alice? What is this?
I guess I have a small confession to make. I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you past...
Damn it, Alice, everyone
Hey, just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read
Damn it, Alice, how dare you try to help me?
He specializes in helping
do my job that I can't do.
No, it's not like that. That's not... Alan? Alan?
Just don't! I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice!
Damn it, Alice, how dare you love me?
God damn it! I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things through.
You think I came to this remote cabin in the middle of nowhere to write? I'm here to get mad at my wife.
Alice? Alice? Alice! The cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out.
Like, I definitely thought the first time I played this game, in my younger days, my less mature days,
It's all right, I'm coming.
that Alan was like, you know, like an interesting character that one would want to aspire to be like, because he's a famous published author. But he's also, like, a huge asshole. I know more now. Like, he could just be nice to his wife, because she wants to help him.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Keep going, Alan. Wake up.
Alice? Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot.
I'm gonna go find video of the original version of Alan Wake to see if the phone was a smartphone, because for some reason I'm completely fascinated by that.
Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either.
I didn't like the idea of my wife wanting to help me. Okay, I think I might stop here. Let me see if I have the manuscript flip pages I got last time. I do. I'll play through these, just so they'll be part of this video. But the manuscript pages are actually like found in this level of the game.
The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake. The Taken stood before me. It was impossible.
These are very short pages for a novel.
It stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter. I heard them before I saw them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came. I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes, black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs. Barry Wheeler was bouncing off the walls. He jumped on a plane after his calls were ignored by both Al and Alice for several days. It could mean that they were both on a second honeymoon, but Barry didn't buy it. Al had been way too unstable for that, not sleeping, messed up. Barry had years of experience dealing with Alan Wake, and he couldn't ignore it. Something was wrong.
Okay, so again, I found those pages, which are collectible items in the game, when I was playing yesterday, when I had to scrap that video because the quality was so bad.
The gas station was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there.
So, I won't be finding them trying to play through this time. I think I'm actually going to stop here. I'd like to go check and make sure that this video's quality is decent. If it's not, I'll have to figure out some other method of recording my playthrough and getting it posted on YouTube or Twitch or wherever. I guess I'll stick with YouTube. But I think this is a good place to stop. This is kind of the first proper level of the game with like enemies and stuff. So it will be the first part of part 2 of the playthrough. I hope the quality of this one was better than last time. And I hope you enjoyed watching. We'll be back. I'll be back with part 2 ASAP soon. And maybe even later tonight. And if the video's good, I'm going to go check. But appreciate it. Never been scared. Will not be scared watching or playing through the rest of this. And you can bank on that. So, see you next time. Never been scared.